Reminds me of that.
It's not funny.
It's pretty
What happened, Rockus?
There's juice everywhere, dude. I dropped my backpack and my food exploded. It's everywhere. I have corn. I have black beans in my papers.
What a breathe back.
It's kind of crazy that we're already halfway done. So like, I remember when Overwatch League wasn't around yet and they were announcing it, it felt like an eternity. It felt like it took like the whole time I was playing games for it to come out. Like, it felt like 10 years, but in reality it was like less than a year. So the fact that we're already halfway done is kind of absurd. Time is just flying.
It feels like everything went so fast, honestly. Like, it feels still like the beginning of the league, but it's not. It's like halfway already. It's actually pretty crazy how fast it goes.
I think the team has matured a lot, I feel like. In the very beginning, it was very chaotic. You know, a lot of people not being used to the stressful Overwatch League schedule. And a lot of times there were a lot of questions, a lot of like, I'm not sure what I should be doing on this team. People would message me individually with their doubts and their concerns. And it's mostly just been kind of like alleviating those concerns and just making sure everyone's still happy and still focused and still ready to play for the next day, you know, without having to basically implode, because there's a lot of teams in the Overwatch League that have not imploded just yet, but they have been struggling themselves. And so when we finally, you know, in stage 2 reached that point where we started to struggle, it was very important to stay together as a team and to face that struggle together and to overcome it.
Make sure if we commit on that one tick and we like die if we're gonna lose the fight.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I know. Because
That's what I'm saying.
loading enemies is some demons over the high skill level also.
Yeah.
Accuracy was late here.
Our objective here is to like make sure we like gain all the advantage, so we can like afford to lose our fight.
Yeah. It hurts.
I think Zen Lucio is bad on that point.
I'm just gonna like stay with movement a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just watch where they walk.
There's actually
Pound it, swoosh.
hell yeah, Kevin!
Let's go. Water. Mayhem, come on.
Kevin!
Kevin, you want that? Get that brag.
Thank you, Mr. Logics.
Thank you!
Thank
It's free tweet out, thank you, Mr. Logic, so I can retweet it.
From my perspective, I feel like a lot of times we were shooting ourselves in the foot, where we overthought too many things and just didn't believe in each other and ourselves. The players individually maybe were concerned about certain strategies and just didn't think that they were maybe up to it, or maybe just disagreed with the strategy and tried something else during the match and stuff like that. So there was a lot of, I guess, confusion as to what our identity as a team was, because our dive was never really our strongest point. And I think for the team to realize that and to kind of overcome it and just be like, you know what, we got to get back to what we're good at and play what we play best. And so that's why you saw Jake on Junkrat mostly.
We focused too much on the wrong things as a team, and people lost like their confidence at a certain point. They lost motivation as well. They we like struggled a lot. Like we crumbled. Like some people in the team, some players in the team like completely lost their confidence, and they like were really hard on themselves, and you could have seen that. But luckily, like the team like picked them back up and like explained that it's like something you shouldn't worry about, and we should like learn how to lose as a team.
So we started off the stage and we beat London and Boston in the first 2 games of the week. So we started off week 1 good. Week 2 we were poised to win, but we lost in a reverse sweep to Philly, and that hurt us like more than anything. It just set us back because we weren't used to losing. I don't want to say like made people like not play well, but it like spiraled into like maybe I'm not good enough, etc. and like it hit people really hard. But this last week of stage 2, everyone regained their confidence. We practiced our strats. We listened to our coach. We went in it thinking there was like no way. If we felt like underdogs again, instead of like that we had to live up to these expectations. And that's the reason why I think we beat Seoul, because we had no pressure at all, and we were just playing our game and relaxing and having fun again. So that's like one of the main reasons why I feel like we figured out how to play Overwatch again.
Meanwhile, Jake finishing off with Fearless. Oh, whoa! Tightrope walking his way back onto the map. Rockets with a big pick there. That's something Houston can definitely capitalize on. But then they lose Muma, so Houston Outlaws will take Volskaya Industries. Now the tire comes in. They want to secure this one. They don't want to let him in. Over time expires as Altering and Fearless too. And that should be it, man. I mean, Shanghai Dragons just filtering in one by one now. You can't take the point back like that.
Well, that last tactical visor, maybe you wanted to hold on to that one, but
I think so.
Can they even get onto the point is the question. Fearless is going to make it. No.
No, he's not.
Texas Plain, we win, team.
And he was on the Mega when we engaged on the Garden, so we should have won that if we had actually held Muma.
America. America. Yeah! 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Lars! It's not the meme though, you need to say thanks, Mr. Lars!
And Sound Barrier, oh, that's going to be a self-destruct moment, trying to turn the shield in time. And now the Graviton Surge onto the Houston Outlaws. They get stalled. Can they finish here? Muma so low. Taken out. Spree diving in now with the Zarya. Muma finds a finishing blow onto that one. Otto on the run already. Another hook. Brings in the Winston this time around.
They only got the one tank left, Noah. It's so bad.
That is 3 hooks, 3 kills for the Houston Outlaws.
Lixer's just going to kill everybody, apparently. You got both supports and MG.
Gonna deny all the damage from Otto. And that may be just about it. They will not stop until they've won this map. And that's exactly what they're going to do right now. Houston Outlaws with the clean sweep.
I feel like we just figured out how to play Zenana though. Like we literally are doing well in scrims now, right?
Do you want the Mercy on second or just first? As far as defense, you want both?
That's the key point, yeah. So some other things, detailed things, I will let you know at tomorrow morning or tomorrow before the match.
As assistant coach, I mostly help Tyrong, and as it is right now, Tyrong's kind of doing most of the strategizing and overall grand scheme kind of things, whereas I handle kind of the day-to-day basis kind of stuff where I schedule scrims, I interact with the players individually, try and watch individual VODs and see what I can do to improve their playstyle individually. It's mostly been focusing on tanks because that's what I know, but I've been trying to move on to helping our DPS as well. There is a lot of times where Tyrong's intentions are misunderstood by the team, and it could be frustrating for both the players and the coach. Sometimes Tyrong has pulled me aside and just gone through a strategy that he's thought of, and until I really understand it, it gives me a lot of time to really grasp it and be able to convey it in English and get it through to the players.
Well, Mezer's the assistant coach to Tyrong, and Tyrong doesn't speak great English, so Mezer does a really good job of translating what Tyrong wants to say to us. And obviously it's really easy for us to understand. But he also does little things, he just basically makes our lives easier, all the stress from anything regarding paperwork or anything if we need something we're practicing, right? Someone needs a drink, he'll actually do it because he's just a nice guy. He doesn't have to, but he does. He's just a really good person to have, and he's really hardworking and dedicated, and I don't think we would be here without him, Tyrong, Hyunwoo, Flame, any of them.
Elf, and I got owned. This is beautiful tracking.
It is, actually.
Oh, wow. Bye!
Who wants just playing Zen?
Yeah, I'm playing Lucy.
Get off that hero, you piece of I'm gonna pick Roadhog if you don't switch, I swear to God.
This is the worst.
This reminds me of that.
It's not funny.
What happened, Rockus?
There's juice everywhere, dude. I dropped my backpack and my food exploded. It's everywhere.
Lucky.
Dude, I found a rifle 600.
Yeah? Is it covered in corn?
No.
Oh.
I have corn. I have black beans in my papers.
What a free to back.
I got black beans everywhere. People were stepping in a field.
We just have a bag.
You like what, 26 or something stupid?
I want to talk about it. Ask him his age. What are you gonna do about it? You gotta make him mad. You gotta do the same thing on both sides. She's like, nah, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling.
We can film
No,
it.
I don't know. What?
Let me see how bad it is.
It's not that bad. It's fine.
It's pretty bad.
No, it's like so insane because everyone's gonna like. No, stop. Look at it.
I broke back. That's back. Go back. Okay, up.
He's visoring from bottom left. Let's stick with our original strat, the strat that we've practiced for the whole week or whatever. And one thing to note is if we don't feel confident on that defense, the Rissa defense, then we can run, the defense that other defense that we run.
I know that we had said before our match, I think Flame had said it where it's like we didn't actually practice that Junkrat strategy with Jake on Junkrat for Hanamura point B. It was just kind of an idea that Tyrone had where it was like, you know what, if you're feeling it, instead of running what you normally run on Hanamura B, just go for the Junkrat, just pull a surprise pick out. And it was the same for Nepal actually, where we actually had strategy for running Jake on Farah for Sanctum, but it was just like, just go for Junkrat there too.
2 ticks on the point already for the Houston Outlaws. It's a slow roll fight, but so far it's going well. This Dragon Blade needs to be the answer for Key to try and break them out of this situation. Jake just gets it. He just books it straight down the stairs. Mooma's down. He's traded though. A 1-for-1 situation, but Cormac's mech having been removed and him being down means that Houston have to run at the point with very little to work with. The Outlaws are getting completely washed aside here. There's really not much they can do, losing one after another. And Zupa's body blocking. Things are starting to soul out a little bit more for Seoul Dynasty here. J-Hong's fallen. That's big. He can't use his tactical visor. Mooma takes him down in primal rage. And this might be it. He gets Kobe as well. Mooma and Cormac stepping up in a big way. The desk said to look out for Mooma, that it could be the game changer. And my God, he's done it again. He leaps on top of Kuki, removes him from the match, and that will be it. The tactical visor coming out from Wakid though. It may not even been needed in the first place though, because Jake is cut down by Munchkin at the very start of the fight. But he goes too far. Over-aggression there seems to be his downfall. Mooma's gonna get pushed off the edge. There's no way coming back. Cormac now has to dip his toe in the water, and Linkser appears on the Doomfist. Everyone's getting knocked around. It's a rocket sock'em, but it won't be enough. Matsu, Seoul Dynasty.
Play Junkrat. Like they can't play versus Junkrat. So just play Junkrat. Everything else is the same. But also for retaking, like if they run like triple take or something like that, and they beat our Rissa.
Timing and see how far back Seoul's pushing. He gets 2 with the Riptire. That's huge. They push so far off of the point, and you get 2 with that Riptire. That's massive.
Jake really making the difference. It's like how did the Outlaws ever think that switching off of it would be a good idea in the past? They're getting so much value out of Jake right now. And now it's going to be the pin. Lovely stuff. Raucus, it's easy for him to pick up the targets from long range with the Coalescence. And the Houston Outlaws looking much better on this map. The Outlaws have to come forward instead and deliver, but they've lost Mooma and Linkser. Jake surely doesn't get out of this one alive. No, he gets taken down. Although Cormac could really use some of that healing right now. He's being pocketed. Now has to go for the self-destruct. Jake drops a bomb. Kuki's down. Flatter also being removed. And Toby tries to go for the res. Linkser's got 2 again. He just gets Flatter and Munchkin. Puts them all in his backpack. And says, come on, Outlaws, we're going for a ride. They had an opportunity, but they might have just blown it over time. They won't get back to the point, and Houston will take the series.
Honestly, we just learned how to play the game again. That sounds really stupid, but we got our confidence back, and we played together as a team, which we haven't done the entire stage. Maybe week 1, we did that, and that's why we were so good. We beat London and Boston, but the entirety of the stage after we lost to Philadelphia, we lost our confidence and just didn't play together. So we learned how to play Overwatch. We trusted each other, played together, and that's why we became dominant again.
We're having so much fun with each other. We're trusting each other. We know we're capable of being the best team, and it's all about time. We just need time, and the more time we're gonna have, the more we're gonna grow, the more we're gonna learn from our mistakes. For example, stage 1, the beginning was down, and then it went really, really up. We kept winning our games, so everything went perfect. We're still winning. We never stop winning and stuff. And stage 2 was more winning, losing, winning, and then we're back at in the straight line up. So stage 3 is gonna look good for us because we learned so much from all the mistakes. We learned how to lose as a team, which is a really important aspect of a sport, or e-sport, a competition. You should look up to your mistakes, and you should look up to how you fixed it. And looking at, you haven't made playoffs, you haven't performed at your best, or you could have maybe done better, is I don't think a really good way to see it. At the end of the day, our goal is to make playoffs for the whole season, for season 1. So I think personally, like, and I think the team as well feels that we're pretty happy with our performance so far in stage 2. Learning from all those mistakes is like the most important part, in my opinion. So I think it's pretty good.
I think I played every single map besides the first week of stage 2. I missed Volskaya. Besides that, like, playing with different players over and over, you can see their strengths and their weaknesses. And one of the biggest things is everyone's working so hard to overcome any weaknesses they have, any confidence problems they have, any weak mechanics that they have, and they're grinding relentlessly. They all want to win just as bad as like anyone else in the world. Like, they just want to be the best, and that's the reason why we're going to be such a successful team going on. I think the real credit goes to the coaching staff though, because like without them, we actually wouldn't be this successful right now, and our confidence levels would be so down. They instilled so much confidence into us and like made us believe in ourselves. So
in general, what's your favorite part about like your job and just working with the Outlaws and this whole team?
The people. It's like when I was a player, it was always about playing the game. Just having fun playing Overwatch, and I met a lot of friends doing that, and I met a lot of different personalities, and just I mean, this whole team is great. From the players to the staff to Flame, who I've known for a long time. It's just everyone here. I wouldn't trade them for anything. Just the time being with them and just laughing together.
I know there's like tons of drama with other teams and players don't like each other on other teams, but I actually can say positively that I do not dislike any single person on our team. From the coaching staff to the players to literally anyone involved with our organization, they're all like great people and they care about like us as a whole. Like, it's just not, they're not selfish. Like, if someone's like not feeling good, everyone will gather around and try to like bring that player up, and it's just like it's like a family, like, to be around. I wouldn't have asked for any other like situation, seriously. I'm not just saying that. Like,
my favorite part about Houston Outlaws is all the players, the staff members, of course. Everyone's great, everyone's nice. I'm having a lot of fun. Everyone's like having fun with each other. We're making jokes and stuff. Everyone's like really confident in the team. Everyone like each other. Like, it feels like a family,